We're just getting reports in now that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
Two planes have crashed into the World Trade Center in New York.
There have been a series of terrorist attacks in the United States.
Pictures just in showed the building already on fire, with smoke billowing from the upper floors. We have no details on why the planes hit the building, nor so far of any deaths or injuries.
All airports in New York
Pictures
are
were shot
closed.
just a few moments ago.
At this moment.
Just before 9 o'clock this morning in New York, a passenger jet which had taken off from Boston slammed into the World Trade Center. Thick black smoke blotted out the Manhattan skyline. 18 minutes later, as television networks around the world broadcast live pictures, a second passenger jet crashed into the Twin Towers.
We heard a big bang, and then we saw smoke coming out, and everybody started running out, and we saw the plane on the other side of the building, and there was smoke everywhere, and people are jumping out the windows.
Everything came down, glass started popping, people got hurt, stuff went on top of them, and it was a big explosion, and everything got dark.
It's got to be a terrorist attack. I can't tell you anything more than that. I saw the plane hit the building. I can't say anything.
Just to repeat that officials in Washington are now saying the FBI is investigating reports of a plane being hijacked before these crashes. You were asking about people who may have been in the buildings. No immediate word on injuries or fatalities in these two disasters which happened earlier this morning.
We can only imagine at the chaos that is ensuing within the World Trade Center right now.
Obviously still chaos on the ground as the emergency services try to deal with this unfolding situation.
At the moment, we don't have any idea about the number of casualties involved, but as you can see, it's obviously a major crash.
But the horror of the worst terrorist attack in history was to spread. A third plane ploughed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. The West Wing of the White House was evacuated. President Bush was speaking to children in Florida when he was told about the attacks.
Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
But hardly has he spoken when it emerges that the Pentagon has also been attacked. An aircraft crashed on a helicopter landing pad. And in the last few minutes, it's been reported that one of the World Trade Center towers has now collapsed.
Well, that's the scene right now in New York. Just one lone stack of the 110-story block of offices that was the World Trade Center.
Obviously, it's a very busy building with hundreds, possibly even thousands of people working there. We can only imagine that all of the hospitals and all of the emergency services will be stretched to the limit.
The second tower is collapsing. This smoke is now all that is left of the extraordinary and fine and gorgeous, beautiful, sumptuous buildings that were the World Trade Center. They've gone. A pall of smoke is all that's left.